What if the life you're living feels borrowed? A script written by someone else, a performance you're obligated to give, but one that doesn't quite resonate with the quiet hum of your own soul. We often find ourselves adrift in a sea of expectations, societal norms, and inherited beliefs, so entangled in the external world that the inner compass, the one that should guide us toward authentic self-expression, becomes obscured. It's a subtle erosion, a slow dimming of the inner light, until one day we wake up and realize we're living a life that feels strangely foreign. This isn't about grand, dramatic crises, although those can certainly serve as catalysts. More often, it's the accumulation of small compromises, the silent surrendering of dreams, the gradual acceptance of a narrative that doesn't truly belong to us. It's the artist who becomes an accountant to please their parents, the free spirit trapped in a corporate cage, the individual who sacrifices their passions for the sake of security. The question then becomes not just how to change, but why we often resist the very transformation our hearts yearn for. We are creatures of habit, clinging to the familiar even when it causes us pain. The known, however uncomfortable, feels safer than the uncharted territory of the authentic self. To embark on a journey of inner metamorphosis requires courage, a willingness to confront our deepest fears, and a commitment to dismantling the structures we've built to protect ourselves. It demands that we question everything we thought we knew, that we embrace uncertainty, and that we learn to navigate the world from a place of vulnerability and truth. But what does it truly mean to live authentically? Is it simply a matter of pursuing our passions, or does it delve deeper into the realms of self-awareness, moral responsibility, and the acceptance of our own inherent contradictions? Can we ever truly escape the influence of the external world, or is our identity forever shaped by the relationships, experiences, and cultural forces that surround us? These are the questions that will guide our exploration as we delve into the heart of what it means to become the architects of our own lives. And what about the shadow self, that hidden repository of our repressed desires, fears, and insecurities? Can we truly transform without acknowledging the darkness within, without integrating the parts of ourselves that we'd rather keep hidden from the world? To ignore the shadow is to deny a fundamental aspect of our being, to remain forever fragmented and incomplete. True metamorphosis requires a willingness to confront our demons, to embrace our imperfections, and to find compassion for the flawed and vulnerable human beings that we are. This journey is not about achieving some idealized version of ourselves, but about becoming more fully present, more deeply connected, and more authentically aligned with our own unique purpose. It's about shedding the layers of conditioning that prevent us from seeing ourselves clearly, and about embracing the messy, imperfect, and beautiful reality of who we truly are. It is a lifelong process, a continuous unfolding, and a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit to transform itself from within. Now consider the philosophical underpinnings of this internal renovation. The pursuit of truth, an ideal championed by thinkers from Socrates to contemporary epistemologists, forms the bedrock upon which genuine transformation rests. It's not merely about uncovering factual accuracy, but about excavating the deeper truths about ourselves, our motivations, our fears, our inherent biases. This requires a relentless self-interrogation, a willingness to challenge our own narratives, and an openness to the possibility that what we believe to be true might in fact be a carefully constructed illusion. Building on this, however, lies the imperative of authentic living, a concept explored extensively by existentialist philosophers like Kierkegaard and Sartre. Authenticity, in this context, isn't about conforming to some predefined notion of success or happiness, but about embracing our freedom to define our own values and to create our own meaning in a world devoid of inherent purpose. It's about taking responsibility for our choices, even when those choices are difficult or unpopular, and about living in accordance with our own deeply held convictions, regardless of external pressures. Consequently, the process of individuation, as articulated by Carl Jung, becomes paramount. This is the lifelong journey of integrating the conscious and unconscious aspects of our personality, of becoming a whole and integrated individual. It involves confronting our shadow self, acknowledging our repressed emotions, and integrating these previously disowned aspects of our being into our conscious awareness. This isn't about eliminating the darkness within, but about understanding it, accepting it, and ultimately transforming it into a source of strength and wisdom. Think of it as tending a garden. You can't simply ignore the weeds, you must understand their roots and cultivate the soil to allow the flowers to flourish. Another crucial layer is the exploration of our values. What truly matters to you? Is it wealth, fame, power, or something more intangible such as connection, creativity, or service? Identifying your core values is essential for aligning your actions with your beliefs and for creating a life that feels meaningful and fulfilling. This isn't a static process. Our values may evolve over time as we gain new experiences and insights. However, having a clear understanding of what matters most to us provides a compass for navigating the complexities of life and for making choices that are in alignment with our authentic selves. Conversely, consider the impact of societal conditioning on our perceptions of self. From a young age, we are bombarded with messages about what we should be, how we should act, and what we should value. These messages can become deeply ingrained in our subconscious, shaping our beliefs, our behaviors, and our very sense of identity. Breaking free from these limiting beliefs requires a conscious effort to question the narratives we've been told and to create our own definitions of success, happiness, and fulfillment. Imagine a vine that has been trained to grow along a certain path. To change its direction, you must gently guide it, providing support and encouragement as it reaches for the light. Furthermore, the willingness to embrace vulnerability is essential for genuine transformation. It's about allowing ourselves to be seen, flaws and all, without fear of judgment or rejection. This requires courage, self-compassion, and a deep sense of self-worth. It's about recognizing that our imperfections are not weaknesses, but rather opportunities for growth and connection. Think of a pearl formed from the irritation of a grain of sand within an oyster. It's through embracing our vulnerabilities that we can transform our pain into something beautiful and enduring. Reflecting on this journey so far, we begin to perceive how these seemingly disparate threads are, in essence, interwoven into a single resilient tapestry. It's akin to observing individual brushstrokes on a canvas. Each one, in isolation, may appear insignificant, yet together they coalesce to form a vibrant and meaningful masterpiece. The pursuit of truth, the embrace of authenticity, the integration of the shadow, and the clarification of values are not separate endeavors, but rather interconnected aspects of a holistic transformation. Consider the image of a sculptor meticulously chiseling away at a block of stone. Each strike of the hammer, each precise cut, serves to reveal the form that lies dormant within. Similarly, the journey of self-discovery involves shedding the layers of conditioning, the false beliefs, and the limiting narratives that obscure our authentic selves. It's a process of refinement, of uncovering the inherent beauty and potential that resides within each of us. In light of these unfolding insights, the path ahead begins to reveal itself, not as a rigid, predetermined course, but as a fluid and dynamic process of exploration and growth. It's less about reaching a specific destination and more about cultivating a way of being, a state of mindful awareness and compassionate self-acceptance. It's about embracing the journey itself, with all its twists and turns, its triumphs and setbacks, as an opportunity for learning and evolution. As we pivot towards the final reflection, it's crucial to acknowledge the inherent challenges and complexities of this transformative process. There will be moments of doubt, moments of fear, and moments when we feel tempted to retreat back into the familiar comfort zone. However, it's precisely during these moments that our commitment to authenticity is tested and our capacity for growth is expanded. Think of a tightrope walker navigating a precarious path high above the ground. It's not the absence of fear that allows them to succeed, but rather their ability to manage their fear and to maintain their focus on the present moment. Drawing these strands together, we see that the metamorphosis of self is not a singular event, but an ongoing process of becoming. It's a continuous cycle of self-reflection, self-acceptance, and self-renewal. It's about embracing our imperfections, learning from our mistakes, and striving to live in accordance with our highest values. It is a dance between embracing our inherent potential and accepting our human flaws. Imagine a seed planted in fertile soil. It must first break through its outer shell, pushing through the darkness to reach the light. Similarly, we must be willing to confront our own internal limitations, to challenge our limiting beliefs, and to embrace the discomfort of growth in order to fully blossom into our authentic selves. This journey, while intensely personal, is also deeply connected to the collective human experience. As we transform ourselves, we contribute to the transformation of the world around us, creating a ripple effect of positive change that extends far beyond our individual lives. And so, we arrive not at an end, but at a threshold. The metamorphosis we've explored is not a singular event with a definitive conclusion, but rather the unveiling of a continuous becoming, a lifelong dance between who we are and who we are capable of being. It's a journey marked not by the eradication of our past selves, but by the conscious integration of every experience, every scar, every triumph into the ever-evolving tapestry of our identity. This isn't about striving for an unattainable ideal of perfection, but about embracing the beautiful imperfection of our humanity. It's about recognizing that our flaws are not limitations, but rather opportunities for growth, connection, and empathy. It's about extending the same compassion to ourselves that we readily offer to others, acknowledging that we are all works in progress, stumbling and learning along the way. Think of a river, constantly flowing and changing, yet always remaining a river. It carves its path through the landscape, adapting to the terrain, navigating obstacles, and embracing the flow of life. Similarly, our journey of self-discovery is a process of continuous adaptation, of learning to navigate the complexities of life with grace, resilience, and authenticity. It's about finding our own unique rhythm, our own unique flow, and allowing ourselves to be carried by the current of our own becoming. The true practice begins now, in the quiet moments of self-reflection, in the courageous acts of vulnerability, in the unwavering commitment to living in accordance with our deepest values. It's about choosing authenticity over approval, connection over conformity, and meaning over mere existence. It's about embracing the unknown with curiosity and courage, trusting in our own inner wisdom and allowing ourselves to be guided by the compass of our own hearts. Let us not seek to erase our past, but to learn from it. Let us not fear our imperfections, but embrace them as opportunities for growth. Let us not strive for perfection, but for authenticity. For it is in the embrace of our true selves that we discover the transformative power within. The invitation, then, is not to seek a final, definitive answer, but to embrace the questions themselves, to live a life of continuous inquiry, of relentless self-examination, and of unwavering commitment to the pursuit of truth. For it is in the asking, in the seeking, that we truly discover who we are and what we are capable of becoming. Let this be your ongoing quest, your personal odyssey, and your ever-evolving masterpiece. The canvas awaits.